Hi y'all. I just wanted to tell everybody another way in which I save money, and that is honestly to make some of my own favorite mixes. And I live in Texas now, and but I'm from Pennsylvania. And which everybody on my Facebook knows, all my family. I miss you. My mom started this when I was a young kid, and she made it with powdered sugar. And you know, since I got a little bit older, I've come up with my own version of the recipe. But by all means, you can make it with. It depends on what you have on hand, but you can make it with cocoa powder. Not powdered sugar, cocoa powder, regular sugar, and some milk base. Some people use powdered milk, some people use like a generic creamer. It just depends on how. That's what cooking cooking is about. It's exploring your creativity. Look at it like, you know, food is one of the most basic things that we absolutely need in our body. We need it. You know, sometimes it makes us feel good. You know, it depends on what you eat. Sometimes you feel guilty and like crap, but especially for kids, you've got to. My kids like making this kind of stuff with me. We've made recipes like homemade Play-Doh, homemade brownie mix. I have recipes for homemade cocoa, homemade like Bisquick mix. You can find anything, and as long as you do your research, and thank God, because when I was that age, I had to rely on my grandmother and my mother's old cookbooks, which was great. I mean, I've been cooking since I was like 12, and I'm not saying I'm fabulous at it, but you know, I think what I make is edible. Well, one of the hot cocoa mixes that I have today is this one, and the nice thing about this is if you're a diabetic like me, you can, if you do your research, and I do believe it's on the Splenda site, that's the kind of sweetener I use. I make the kids version of the hot cocoa mix, and then I'll put it in. There's these little single serve. Here, I'll go get it. Super shade. Super shade. Movie friends, look what we've built together. A super submarine. I really like building with you, friends. Great submarine. Mighty good building. Hi, I'm back. Now let's check out the big pipe. Hold on. I'm adjusting my camera. Want to see my pretty wall? I'm a vinyl artist, so that's my artwork. Isn't it pretty? Oh, I do believe Chris is back. Okay. So, one of the things that I do is I use these little things. Cute, aren't they? And then I'll put Mama's, and the kids will know that's Mommy's. Don't eat it because it's probably made with some sweetener or something. The sponge is actually good. The kids can't even taste it, but okay. So, what I do, well, after I give you the recipe, you can, you know, go online or whatever and figure out the equivalent to like the powdered sugar. You know, in lieu of powdered sugar, you can have Splenda. I always, it just depends on how I make this. If I make a powdered milk version, then, you know, I'll use different levels of Splenda. If I make the creamer version, then I'll use a different amount of Splenda, because, you know, creamer's naturally a little sweet. Well, even the ones I use. Okay, So it's real easy. It's 1 cup cocoa powder. Now, I like I said, I'm a PA girl. You know, I haven't found it up here yet. But see, there's some things name brand that I will absolutely have to buy. One's Kraft macaroni and cheese, and one's, you know, cocoa powder. Hershey's cocoa powder. But I was lucky before I moved down here. I had already bought like 3, so I had them because I haven't seen it yet. Not saying anybody who watches this and is from Texas, and I'm not saying that there's no Hershey's cocoa in Texas, because I don't know, I just haven't seen it. Maybe I just wasn't looking hard enough. Okay, so depending on what kind of cocoa powder you use, is how it's going to taste. So what you need to do is experiment a little, you know. Put a little bit of this and that, you know, and then go, ooh, okay, I like the way this tastes, or whatever. So if you find your favorite cocoa powder, and it's 1 cup, okay? 1 cup. And then it's 2 cups powdered sugar. Now, like I said, I'm a diabetic, so, you know, I make the kids' with the powdered sugar, and then I make mine with the Splenda. Okay. And then it's 2.5 cups powdered milk, or a non-dairy milk. It, you know, depends on what you want, but it's got to be powder form. What else? 1 teaspoon salt. Depends on what kind of salt you use, will give you the taste. There's all kinds of different salts. There's kosher salts, there's coarse salts, there's regular salt, you know. It just depends. Your preference. I honestly am a little health conscious with salts and sugars and stuff like that. So I cut my salt in half. I've never noticed that it tastes any different. 2 teaspoons, that's a definite. 2 teaspoons cornstarch. And this prevents it from, like, forming into, you know, a big ball. But you can take it out. You don't have to put it in, okay? Like I said, cooking is all about experimenting. You know, I really hate waste at all. But cooking is nice in the fact that if it's inedible, throw it away. Nobody's going to care. It's not going to hurt to start over. Just toss it and forget it. And start over. And the nice thing is, like I said, we don't have to rely on the cookbooks that Mom and Grandma, although those are great. Do not get me wrong, Mom, Grandma, don't get mad. You know, we don't have to rely on those cookbooks. The internet is full of so much information. One of the things I'm going to try is, I think I'm going to go get a lemon today. Today or tomorrow, it depends. I got a lot to do today. I'm gonna go get a lemon, and you boil it, and it makes hairspray. Not that I need it, because my hair, I put anything in it and it looks greasy, and I just washed it, so maybe I need another haircut or do something. Yeah, that don't look too bad. Okay, so back to the recipes. Bad hair day. Okay. So back to the recipes. Another one. Oh, I can't believe I almost forgot this. It's a homemade brownie mix. Okay? And real simple. The nice thing about the brownie mix is when you make it, you just put it in a bag like you would when you open like a Betty Crocker box or something. It's already bagged.
Here we go.
And you just bag it up, and then say you want a different ones, throw M&Ms in one, throw chocolate chips in another, throw nuts in another, you know, and then you'll have like awesome brownie mix with M&Ms, or you know, it doesn't matter, or you can just wait but you know, I'm the kind of person, if I don't have that stuff already in the brownie mix and stashed where the kids can't find it, they're going to eat my bag of M&Ms that I have for cooking, or my bag of chocolate chips for cooking. But they rarely touch my mixes, because, you know, I don't know why, they just rarely touch them, but they'll eat the brownies that come out. So, it's real easy. You can put make a few batches and put them in jars or Ziploc bags. Obviously, this is not going to work. This is only great for the cocoa mixes. Oh. Sorry, let's go. Oh, well, why didn't I think? Let's go back to the cocoa mix real quick. You can also put like a cup of chocolate or white chocolate chips or marshmallows or something in that. But what you do is you combine all that stuff in a food processor, and then you add like your chips or whatever you want in it. You know what I like to do around Christmas time? I love to add, like, I sit there, you know those soft pieces of peppermint candies? I cut them up and everything and toss them in there, and the kids love that. I never have any of that left. Then you put like half a cup of mix into like a bag, and you know, and then go instant Christmas mix or something with a Sharpie. You know, and then all they do is when they want to eat it or when they want to drink it, they just dump this baggie in and then add a half a cup with hot water and then just mix it, and they can, you know, eat it all up. If you prefer using fresh milk, you can leave the powdered milk out of the mix and just add 3 tablespoons of the powder mixture to a mug, and then fill that with a cup of water. Okay. Alright. Bad hair day. What the heck? Telling you. Can't use any kind of product. I'd love to find one. That's why I want to try this all-natural hairspray, see if that works. Everything else makes my hair look greasy, and I end up sticking it in a bun. Like I'm about to do now. This little thing, I found it for like less than $1. I love this thing. Let me pull my hair clear up. Some bangs. And you pull the sticker tight. My name is roll you boat.
Jurassic Adventure. Dinosaur Train Nature Trackers Adventure Camp premieres Monday, January 20th on PBS Kids. Let's go, Nature Trackers.
Alright, that'll do for now. I'll have to do it better later. It's not too bad.
Save stained clothes. Pre-treat to remove tough stains.
Okay. So, back to my brownie mix. It's on mine. It's one I can't remember. Somebody gave me a long time ago. I do a lot of research on the internet for recipes, and then I tweak them.
It's a finish line challenge and see what it
Here it is. You add 1 1/4 cups flour, and then 1 teaspoon 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt, and like I said, with a lot of recipes, I cut the salt in half. And 2/3 cups unsweetened cocoa powder. And like I said, find your favorite cocoa powder and stick with it. Some people I know like to stick with just one kind. Some people I know like to have a bunch of different ones, and according to the recipe or whatever, that's what they use. Because they said some have a little bit more bitter taste, some are a little bit more sweeter. I personally am a PA girl all the way, and give me my Hershey's cocoa. Yeah. Okay, and 2 cups white sugar. And what you do is you combine all of it, and then you put it in like a baggie, and you say, okay. But see, like I said, because I have kids, and usually I can't have like a bag of nuts or a bag of M&Ms or something like that I know that I want to, you know, put in my, unless I stash it, and I got to stash it really good, and I keep telling them, I was joking and said, well, you know what, so y'all don't sit there and eat everything. I'm going to start stashing it under the dirty laundry, because I'm the only one who goes in it. And I saw the 8-year-old this morning going through the laundry, and I said, what are you doing? And she said, I'm looking for M&Ms because you said you'd hide them under here. So I guess that isn't going to work. Like I said, you mix them all, and you put it in like a jar or container. And I told you that, like, I mix my M&Ms or my nuts or anything like that, and then I'll write brownie mix with walnuts, or brownie mix with M&Ms, or brownie mix and then M at the end of it, or brownie mix and C at the end of it, like circle. Because if it says M&Ms, my 8-year-old, sorry, she just turned 8. My 8-year-old will get into it. But if it just says like brownie mix, she's gonna be like, just plain brownie mix? Ew, that's gross. Oh, I don't know. Here's hoping. I'm always looking for ways to fool my kids. So then you put them in a container, and like I said, you label them. And then when it comes time to make them, you use 1 cup melted butter. I use margarine. 3 eggs. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Recipes all depend on your ingredients, and depending on what you and your family like. I have never had a problem with using a generic vinegar, or not vinegar, vanilla. I've never had a problem with that. But like I said, I'm very particular when it comes to my cocoa powder. Like I said, I'm a diabetic, so the brownie mixes, cake mixes, stuff like that, I will use half Splenda, half sugar, and they've never known. But it makes it so I can actually enjoy desserts too. Now look at that. Looks like I've enjoyed way too many desserts. But alright. I can't think of any other. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a segment on like breakfast. Ways to save, you know, on breakfast, which is really easy because I have pancake recipes, I have waffle recipes. Anytime y'all can't find anything, if you just ask me, I can pretty much find it, and you know, or I have one. And I get so many recipes a day. Oh, I'm looking. I just started like couponing like crazy. Usually I just do the Sunday paper and comp shop, but anybody knows any like good places to go couponing or something like that? Ooh, feel free. Groups on Facebook, feel free to like post the link or whatever underneath this. You know, this is all about in this hard times, just saving money for everybody. I guess that's it. I'm such a dork, right? Alright, I love you. Bye.